All right, so you've hired a pro to do your taxes. Great, but how you actually pay them can make a big difference in your bottom line. Today, we're going to break down the two main ways to pay so you can see what that choice really costs.
Okay, so picture this. You've made it. You gathered all your documents, answered a million questions, and your tax return is finally ready to go. Whew! But hold on, there's one last choice you have to make. How are you going to pay the person who just saved you all that headache?
First up, let's talk about option one. This is the simplest, most straightforward way to do it. You just pay for the service right then and there, out of your own pocket. So to make this really easy to understand, we're going to walk through a hypothetical client's experience. Let's follow the money and see exactly how the costs stack up for this option. All right, so first things first, the basic fee for getting the taxes prepared. And the example we're looking at, that's a flat $500. But that's not all. Then you've got the e-filing fee, which is another $58, so we're going to add that to our total. And boom, there it is. You add those two together, and the grand total comes to $558. Pretty simple, right? Paid for, done, and dusted. But paying up front isn't your only choice. So let's check out option two. This one takes a totally different approach to paying that bill. So what happens if you just don't have that $558 sitting around? I mean, it happens, right? And that's exactly the problem this second option is meant to solve. This thing is called a refund transfer. And here's how it works. It's actually pretty clever. Instead of you paying the tax preparer directly, a bank steps in and pays the fee for you. Then, when your big refund from the IRS comes through, the bank just takes its cut, the fees, right off the top before sending the rest of the money to you. Okay, let's go back to our same client. The main tax prep fee, still the same. But because they're going this route, the final bill, well, it's going to look a little different. So let's check out this new breakdown. You've still got that $500 prep fee, and the e-file fee is in there too. But look, there's a new line item here, the refund transfer fee. And that, my friends, is the price you pay for the convenience of not having to pay right away. So when you add that extra service fee in, the total cost for the exact same tax service jumps up to $690. Okay, so let's pause for a second. We have two totally different prices for the exact same work. Let's put them right next to each other and really see what we're talking about. And yeah, this chart really spells it out, doesn't it? On one side, paying upfront is $558. On the other, the refund transfer is $690. That big gap you see between them, that right there is literally the cost of convenience. So you might be asking, why on earth would anyone choose the more expensive option? Well, the reason is pretty simple, really. It's all about convenience. It's a service specifically for people who just can't or don't want to pay that fee right at that moment. All right, let's boil this all down. What's the bottom line here? When you're standing there making this choice, what's the real trade-off you're looking at? And this pretty much sums it up, right? Pay up front and you save money. It's the lowest total cost, but you have to pay right now. Go with the refund transfer, you get to pay later for money you're already getting back, but the overall service costs you more. It's a classic trade-off. Save money now or have more convenience later. So here's the key takeaway. That ability to not pay today, to have the fee just disappear from your refund, that's a service you're paying for. You can almost think of it like a tiny, short-term loan to cover your tax prep bill. And like any service or loan, it has a price. In this case, that price tag is exactly $132.95. And that really brings us to the final question, the one you have to answer for yourself. Now that you see the numbers and you get the trade-off, what is that convenience worth to you? It's something to think about next time you're getting your taxes done.